John D. Rockefeller, a titan of American industry and the mastermind behind the Standard Oil monopoly, has often been hailed for his philanthropic efforts in the realm of education. However, there exists a darker side to his involvement in the American education system. This essay will delve into the possible nefarious reasons behind Rockefeller's initiatives, exploring how they might have been strategically designed to promote his own interests and control the minds of future generations. Rockefeller's foray into the education sector was not driven solely by altruism. Rather, his investments in education allowed him to exert control over the content being taught, thereby influencing the values and ideologies of the American populace. By funding educational institutions, Rockefeller could ensure that the curricula promoted pro-capitalist, pro-business ideologies that would benefit his enterprises and maintain the status quo. The General Education Board, GEB, was a key tool in this strategy. Established in 1902, the GEB provided funds to schools, colleges, and universities across the United States. In exchange for financial support, these institutions were expected to adhere to the curricula and policies endorsed by the GEB, which often favored conservative, business-friendly viewpoints. Another potential motive for Rockefeller's involvement in education was the desire to mold a workforce that would serve his interests. By promoting a particular set of skills and values, he could ensure that the emerging generation of workers would be more amenable to the demands of his companies and the broader capitalist system. One example of this strategy can be seen in Rockefeller's funding of vocational and technical education. These programs prioritized the development of practical skills that could be directly applied in the workplace, rather than fostering critical thinking or a broad understanding of the world. Consequently, graduates of these programs were more likely to become loyal, compliant employees who would not question the authority of their employers or the ethics of the capitalist system. At the turn of the 20th century, progressive movements were gaining momentum in the United States, advocating for social and political reform. Rockefeller's educational initiatives, however, often worked to counteract these movements, undermining their messages and promoting conservative ideologies instead. Through his philanthropy, Rockefeller was able to influence educational institutions to favor curricula that downplayed the importance of progressive ideas such as workers' rights, social justice, and wealth redistribution. By doing so, he could weaken the influence of these movements on the younger generations, ensuring that they would not pose a threat to his business empire. While John D. Rockefeller's philanthropic efforts in education have been widely praised, it is crucial to recognize the potential nefarious motives behind his actions. By controlling the content taught in schools and universities, shaping a compliant workforce, and undermining progressive movements, Rockefeller was able to advance his own interests and maintain his influence over American society. As we assess his legacy, it is essential to consider both the positive and negative aspects of his involvement in education, and to be aware of the potential dangers of concentrated power and wealth in shaping the minds of future generations. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss our future videos.